Newcastle United looking to make it 2 wins from 2 in the Premier League here at Bournemouth today. But tough game ahead, I think that goes without saying. Bournemouth really well set up here, and as you can see around us, they're making a bit of a big day of this with the flags on all 4 sides of the ground, so it's going to be some atmosphere come kick-off at 2 p.m. But Newcastle go into this game, I think the win against Southampton there was a bit of a feel-good factor in the air afterwards, after the game, getting that opening day win, clean sheet, and then they were looking forward to a week of hopefully getting some transfer business done. But it's got to the end of the week and Newcastle still no further forward with the Mark Gahey situation, and still no one else through the door in terms of a winger. So I think Eddie Howe, his mood was probably a bit subdued, it sounded like to me on Friday, and a lot of work still to be done on the transfer market front in the last week of the window. But today it's all about business on the pitch. They're looking to get that second win. We'll put them in a really good place in the table if they can get that victory. But ultimately I think Eddie Howe, coming back to his old club, he'll be looking to get one over. The Cherries here today got beat here 2-0 last season. It was a very tired performance from Newcastle coming back from Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League. Those days now behind us for now, but Newcastle looking to make it 2 from 2 here. Big decision for Eddie Howe in the heart of defence, with no Fabian Schär of course because of that red card last week against Southampton. So we're going to see at least one tweak to the team, but hopefully Newcastle can continue staying in that winning vein and pushing on up that table.
Another former Cherries midfielder, that turned manager and tasted success here in Dorset. And their 9-year spell in charge brought the EFL trophy and the Division 3 title.
The youth team should not go under the radar because it got us in a position where we could start to link another stuff. And we're now sitting with a Cat 2 Academy, a state-of-the-art training ground with new ownership.
So Newcastle 1-0 down at half-time here, and it's been a pretty disappointing performance other than the opening 10-15 minutes where Newcastle did, in fairness, start brightly but then quickly faded. And we'll get a team that are a little bit disjointed, a little bit dysfunctional at times. The fact that Isak having to kind of move over to the right-hand side to make things happen sums it all up really. Newcastle do need another right winger, there's no doubt about that. And then an open invitation for Bournemouth to take the lead. Newcastle stood off, Joelinton lost the ball, and yeah, it was an easy enough finish for Tavernier. But Newcastle 1-0 down here, big improvement needed after the break. So Newcastle United much better after the break. Eddie Howe making a host of changes, and it really did pay off for Newcastle. Anthony Gordon firing home after a great cross from Harvey Barnes. Came on a substitute and just got down that left hand side and curled in with his right foot, and Gordon was there to make it 1-1. Newcastle fell behind to Tavernier's strike in the first half. But after the break, they had numerous chances. Joelinton seeing Neto make an unbelievable save from close range. There were other opportunities too. But then again, Bournemouth, they could have nicked it themselves. Seeing a goal disallowed for a handball very late in the game. But ultimately, Newcastle can be very happy with a point, given the first half was very difficult for them. I think Eddie Howe will be delighted with 4 points from 6 from the opening 2 games. They showed a bit of fight in the second half, And as I say, they could have pinched it themselves, but I think really there's opportunities here for Newcastle in the window now to bring in another winger. They certainly look like they need it, given what happened in the first half. But overall, 1-1, decent result. Newcastle must now dust themselves down, get ready for the Carabao Cup at Nottingham Forest.